our little 814 fun. Join with us now is Dave Kiawa of Fine Wine and Good Spirits. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
Happy early Father's Day.
Well, thank you very much,
That's
Morgan.
what we're getting ready for.
And Father's Day is this weekend,
Yeah.
as you pointed out, and we all have those very hard to get items on our list for Dad.
Yes.
And I can tell you from experience in my stores that brown spirits are all the rage right now for Dad.
You can't go wrong.
You really can't.
Okay.
And I have some straight versions and also some cocktails that'll really be a big hit with Dad.
Okay.
All right.
What are we starting with?
Let's get started. So the first one I have is Redemption Straight Rye Whiskey.
Okay.
So I'll explain this a little bit. So Redemption Straight Rye Whiskey is a product made in Indiana, and it's made from a majority, 95% of the grain that's used in here is rye. And it takes on aromas and flavors of dill, vanilla, a little bit of sugar cookie, some caramel, and even a little vanilla. So when we compare a rye with a regular blended whiskey or a bourbon, it tends to be a little spicier.
Yeah,
Are you
I get
detecting
that. Oh, yeah.
So these are great in something like an old-fashioned or just on ice or neat in the glass.
Yes. Very good. Or, hey, Coke. Whiskey
You
Coke.
could do that.
There you go.
Exactly. So spirit number 2 comes to us from Kinsey. And Kinsey is a producer of 4-year-old bourbon, and they're a Pennsylvania product. So they actually distilled this in Philadelphia. And the main grain in bourbon is corn. So I watched you light up a little bit.
Yeah.
You're a Kentucky girl.
That
You
hit
were
the
born
palate.
in Kentucky. So bourbon is all the rage in Kentucky.
It is.
This has a little bit of brown sugar, some orange zest type of flavors, and a little bit of baking spices around the edges. So, for the Kentucky girl,
Yes.
number 3 is Elijah Craig's Small Batch,
I recognize that one.
1789. And this is a small batch bourbon, and Elijah Craig really is a Kentucky legend.
Oh, that's smooth.
He was the first to actually char whiskey barrels. And this really has a beautiful, almost like a caramel, little bit of tea, some chocolate, and a little bit of singed cinnamon around the edges.
I like that one.
Really
It is good.
Kentucky.
It is.
All right, well, let's switch
Okay.
places. So other brown spirits that we can actually mix into cocktails. The first one we call a traditional painkiller. And we were talking off the air and you said, I don't know if I had this. This is like the cocktail of the islands.
Okay.
This is really what it's all about. And
Just
it
a
starts
few
out,
will do ya, huh?
Oh, they don't call it a painkiller for nothing. So it starts out with Zaya's Gran Reserva. This is a 16-year-old rum that comes to us from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. So a very rich rum, lots of beautiful vanilla flavors. So we're going to add 2 ounces of that, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 ounce of orange juice, and then the secret ingredient is cream of coconut.
Yes, I love that flavor.
So we're going to go ahead and put those into our shaker. So we're going to add the liquids, and then we're going to kind of squeeze in 1 ounce of the cream of coconut, which usually, there we go, comes in
good
kind of a
stuff.
ketchup bottle.
Yeah.
So we're going to shake this up, and we're going to put it into our garnished glass, which we
nice.
kind of chopped up a pineapple
Ready to
and
go.
fed the leaves in there to give you a little tropical flair.
Ooh, look at that.
The final thing we do with a painkiller
Oh,
is put a little dash of nutmeg on the top.
really?
So let's just go ahead and do that.
Wow.
Just a little dash of nutmeg. And
Makes
that's
me wanna go
a
outside.
painkiller.
All right.
So take a sip of that and tell me if that transports you right to the islands.
Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that delicious?
That is amazing. I'll hang on to that one.
Sure. And as we mentioned, a painkiller, I think it's a good opportunity to tell everybody out in our audience that some of these spirits, certainly the straight ones, can be quite strong. So we want
Yes.
everybody to please drink responsibly.
Packs
So-
a punch.
So
I
let's
get that.
move on to the final one. And this is interesting too, because when we were off air, you said to me, Morgan, you said, I'm from Kentucky and I don't like mint juleps.
Well-
And I said, well, it's because you haven't had one of my mint juleps yet. So let's see if I can turn you. And I
All
want you to
right.
be honest,
We'll
because
see.
a mint
We'll
julep
see.
is a mint julep.
I know.
So this morning, my mint bush at home is just growing like
Yes.
crazy. So this is all fresh off my mint bush
Wow.
today. So the first thing you do with a mint julep, and you can make it many different ways. You can muddle it. Here's what I like to do. You crush it up and bruise it right between your fingers, and then take those bruised leaves and rub them on the inside of the glass. So we're going to rub it on the inside of the glass and then let it be
Okay.
inside. Then we're going to go ahead and take Redemption, so the same people that made that rye, but this is their straight Kentucky bourbon. Put 2 ounces in there. You put it down on top of the mint so it kind of gets all through.
So fragrant.
Yeah.
You smell it.
Then we add a ½ ounce of simple syrup, and we stir that up. And you have yeah, it's super simple to make.
Look at that.
And you have a mint julep.
Takes me to the Kentucky Derby, right?
It does. We're a couple weeks too late, but
I know.
it's
You got your Kentucky
Derby.
Blue on. That's okay.
I do. I want you to give that a sip, and you tell me if I've swayed you. Be honest. If you still don't like.
Actually, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Nice and refreshing.
See, now I'm going to take not bad as a win.
I like
from
it.
I don't like mint juleps
That
to
is good.
not bad.
That's very good.
Well, good job, Kentucky girl.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Now, if people are interested in checking out these products, what's the best way to do it?
Sure. So you can go to Fine Wine and Good Spirits, or fwgs.com. That's our website. Or, of course, you can catch us on all types of social media, from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And, of course, go to wearecentralpa.com, where you'll see these recipes on the Studio 814 website.
That is correct. See, you know it. You know it all. Thank you so much, Dave. And again,
It's
happy
my
Father's
pleasure.
Day.
Thank you very much.
And happy Father's Day to all the amazing dads out there. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.